Hello students, once again I am here with the new topic on the human histology. Myself Professor Dr. Raksh Dubey, and I am professor into the Himalayan Institute of Medical Sciences, Swami Rama Himalayan University, Dehradun. If you have visualized my earlier videos, then you must be knowing we have discussed till now the basic ideation of other structure of histology, epithelium and connective tissue, and now today we are going to discuss in this video about the muscular tissue. Muscles, this is the era of making bodybuilding, how to make muscles, right? So understanding of the histology can help you a lot in making your biceps more visible or your abs more visible. So let's understand them, how these tissues look like into the histology and what are the implementations which we can use them into the bodybuilding as well. So to understand the tissue, muscular tissue, first we divide this tissue into the three types. This one is the skeletal tissue, this one is the cardiac in the center, on my other side it is the smooth muscles, right? The skeletal muscles are the muscle which are named as voluntary muscles, present into the other structure as well, like the bicep, triceps and all these muscles. Here we see these are the long threads are present. Then can you see these bands are present on this? These are the vertical light dark alternating patterning bands. The one dark band which is visible, of course these are the shades of pink here in the H&E staining. Then there is a gap of the light pink, then another dark pink, then light pink, dark pink, light pink. So these are named striations. So these are, it is the first peculiar feature that skeletal muscle fibers have striations. Continuous striation, even on the 40x you can clearly visualize them. Even in the 10x, if you try and very good in histology, you can observe them. But on 40x, yes, definitely you can see them very clearly, the structures. That is the first peculiar feature if you see in this skeletal structure. In the center, we see a nucleus is present, the blue color. This nucleus is almost towards the periphery. So it is not into the central present here in this section. As you have seen this, it looks in center, but actually it is sticking on the one side and we are visualizing in the opposite, so it appears as if it is in the center. That's why you must visit my first lecture of planes in histology to understand this concept. Let's observe certain another ones. Here we see that this blue color is almost towards the periphery. Here is also periphery. And another one here, it appears to be the center, but actually is either on this side or the opposite side of the whole tube. So nucleus is lengthy and they are sticking towards the periphery. We do not see any sort of attachments or the branching in these fibers. These are the clear-cut muscle fibers, no branching at all. The shape is very cylindrical and this whole structure is skeletal. In the lower side, you can see here, just like, have you ever seen the telephonic wires or the multiple wire fibers, optic fibers? These are the multiple small fibers which are inside this one big fiber of the skeleton, where the nucleus is pushed toward the periphery. Inside this, these can be grouped as actin and myosin, and these actin and myosin overlapping zones, and that makes actually this striation light dark pattern. Now we switch to the middle one picture, and here we see the picture is a slightly lighter one, and here we see these are the branching. Can you see this? This one, a very clear one is coming, and this is branch. So bundles are branched here we see, and this branching pattern where the long fibers are present. Yes, striations are also present. We do not see the nucleus so clearly here, but it is also present in the periphery as well. And this spatial pink shaped dark bands are present. Well, this is a structure of a cardiac muscle. The nucleus is toward the periphery, right? And then we see this light dark band as well, and with the branching. These dark band are especially a gap zones where the calcium is accumulated, and from that area the calcium comes inside for the making the actin myosin band. We already know that cardiac muscles are the most hard-working muscles of the body, working since the before your birth and till the death. it is continuously working. So one of the unique muscle is present inside the body, that is the cardiac muscle, which can work 24/7 non-stop. Here in this low side diagram, where we see that this is the branching and nucleus is present towards the periphery. Of course, the nucleus is oval shaped, and where we see the striations, though these striations are not so clear cut as in the skeletal muscle, it is a little bit lighter, but they are present over here, right. This white structure in this are the connective tissues which are present between these cardiac muscle fibers, and these are the various cells of the connective tissue which are visible here. Now we move to the third one, and these are the smooth muscles, and smooth muscles are present into the especially in GIT organs. Gastrointestinal tract organs, we know that inner circular and outer longitudinal layers of the smooth muscles are present. They are not at all in our control. They are involuntary muscles, and these muscles have a very unique shape. You see here in the middle it is humpy, and on the each edges it is extended to the extremes and getting thin, and in the central we see a very oval, clear cut, centrally placed nucleus is present, and this spindle shaped structure is one muscle fiber. So here in this diagram of a histology slide, we do not see this type of thing here, but actually it is made up of multiple layers of smooth muscle fibers, so spindle muscle fibers. Now these spindle muscle fibers, shape fibers are arranged with their gap in the minimization. For example, in the central nucleus is present here, and on the one side we have this gap. Now another fiber's central part would be somewhere here, and its tails on the both sides are extending above this and beyond this, right. So these cells are not making gaps among them, they are adjusting with each other, and that make a very strong layering structure. Multiple layers are usually present except certain places, and that gives the layers of the smooth muscle. They work simultaneously and involuntary, as I have already told you, and in collective manner they are doing various functions in our body. So these are the various sort of muscle fibers which we see: skeleton, cardiac, and the smooth muscle fiber which are present inside the body. Now if we take the proteins, then these muscle fiber inside, the number is remaining same, but inside the protein get accumulated, and one of the fibers girth increases, not the number increases, and that if you do it with the exercise, and that makes the muscle more strong and visible, and their strength increases with this one. And that's how the principle used by the bodybuilders. So always remember, number does not increase, but the fiber inside fiber, the thickness increases into the bigger muscle, hypertrophied muscle. On the histological ground, we see the cylinder shape. Always remember, cylinder with branching, and the spindle shape. This spindle, if you try to make it with a different technique, then only they are clearly visible. Here in this slide, you can you appreciate this one, this area? Here we see one spindle cells almost clearly visible. Above this one is there. Here we see another one, and rest is outlines are hazy because the cell membrane are not so thick and they are thin, so make a homogeneous presentation. Though we can appreciate in the microscope, yes, there is a gap, but not so clear. That's give you a layer of smooth muscle. So this is the histology of the muscles which are present into the body. In the next video, we meet you with another interesting topic on the human histology. Thank you.